back to the channel today. My name is Stella and welcome back to another YouTube video. Hi guys, hi. Happy Wednesday. I didn't even know what day it was today. I was like, oh shit, I need to make a video today. Bro, like it was so weird. I thought it was Tuesday, okay? It's been a weird day. I don't know, bro. It's weird. It's really weird. But I forgot today was Wednesday. So I'm like, oh shit, let me do a video real quick. So hi guys. So if you guys already know, my name is Celis. I talk about anime related things, anime content, all that jazz, whatnot. Basically a weeb channel all the way, anime related stuff. I dedicate this channel only about Japanese things, like anime things. So today's topic is gonna be a little bit weird. Because I say weeb channel, but you know what I mean. I'm more of a otaku, but everyone knows the regular terminology weeb because it's just easier than me explaining it's otaku. Then when I explain I'm otaku, they're gonna be like, well, that means you're a weeb because you know. It's different, bro. I also don't know if you guys can see, I finally got my chair back here. They finally took off the bench press that's been in my room since March out of my room. Like finally that bench press is out. I can put my chair back and let my back rest. So I'm so happy for that. But yeah, that's enough of all the introductions and all the catch up. Today's video is gonna be a little bit weird, a little bit different. I always say that every video, but today I think it's gonna be a relatively more short video because I'm gonna talk about more of something else. And I think I'm just gonna have like a few things and then dip because again, I did this video probably really late. I forgot it was Wednesday. I like to apologize. So now today's topic of today's video, I want to talk about the different stereotypes surrounding weebs and stuff like that and how a lot of them are just not true. Again, I don't like the word stereotypes because I don't like the categorization. That's not a word. But I don't like categorizing, that's the word. Categorizing one group of people with the particular stereotypes. I don't like that in general. Like the most prominent one is people of the darker skin, Hispanics. We have a lot, like I'm Hispanic, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a lot of stereotypes with Hispanics. There's stereotypes with every group of people, and I want to talk about in the weeb community or like in the Japanese anime fan base community. Like there's a lot of stereotypes surrounding us, and I want to talk about it, breaking down, and just say they're not all true, but there's always going to be that one or two that's going to be very much stand out from the rest of the community. Like every other community, there's going to be that one fucker that fucks everything over, and then we get that stereotype for like who knows how long. So if you guys are ready for that video, let's get into it. The number one stereotype I would like to address is that we are overly obsessed with the concept of Japan. I can say we all had a little interest in, and myself included, with Japanese culture when we got into anime. Like we got curious about it, but to say that every single one person that's in the anime community and in the weeb stand is a whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, because I say otaku, but not a lot of people know that term unless you're in the weeb community. They like if you say it's like, oh, then you're a fucking weeb. No, bitch, I'm otaku, but we're just gonna walk away from that. But we all have a little bit of an interest. We all open our eyes more to like what's then in front of us. I can say myself included. I would like read more about Japan and be focused on international cultures more. Not only Japan, but a lot of people be like, oh, you like anime, you want to move to Japan, or oh, you only focus on Japanese things, or oh, you want to have anime waifu. That's not the case for everyone, myself included. Like a lot of people be like, with the stereotype is like, oh, you have an unhealthy obsession with Japan. It's like another very similar thing I can say is Korea boos, that they want to focus their whole personality and everything on Korean culture and K-pop and think it's all rainbows and sunshines, when really there's a lot of people, myself included, that are very fascinated with the culture of Japan. Like I said Korean, but we're very fascinated with the culture of Japan. We want to learn from it, but we don't want to self-identify as Japanese, if that makes sense. We're not going to go there like, ohayo gozaimasu, sumimasen, back. Like we don't do that shit. At least I don't do that shit. Like we have like a very, like people want to generalize everyone that likes anime into that stereotype, and that's just not everyone. Again, there's always going to be that one or two people that will bring it back around. So I'm not going to see every single person, but the majority of us that I have met, we're not like that. And like what's included in that stereotype with the unhealthy obsession is like people Some people will pick up from phrases, like very commonly used words like baka or fucking Ohio. Like they will say shit like that, and they will overuse it on their daily speeches, like, bitch, you never talk like this. Or yeah, oh, I am actually Japanese. I actually have like 0.0001% Eastern Asian in me. Bitch, shut up. You have 100% stupidity in you, bitch. So really, that stereotype is very harmful, and not everyone is gonna be like that. The next stereotype I want to talk about on the list that I believe that is just very false, and people like to say we have this due to like other people going to conventions and stuff, that every single one in the weeb community has very poor hygiene. I can say personal experience, I don't think my hygiene is very poor. I am actually very obsessive of being clean myself. Like when I'm on my monthly, my period and shit like that, I take a shower like fucking 10 times a day because I hate the sensation of being dirty. Like if I feel dirty, I will be like regularly clean. Like I'll feed my animals because I have dogs and cats. Like I'll feed the cats, I wash my hands. And if I touch something in between, I still wash my hands. I wash my hands like at least 10 times with like just feeding the animals alone or doing anything like cooking. I wash my hands like consistently. I think I have a little bit of a germaphobe problem. Maybe that's just me. But there's a lot, like I have my best friend, for example, she is a clean, like she's clean. She smells like flowers, bro. A lot of people I know that are in the anime community don't have poor hygiene. Again, there is some people that have it, and a lot of people say that we have poor hygiene due to like conventions. I'm talking about like Anime Expo or MegaCon. But then you gotta fucking understand, bitches. When you go to those conventions, and you can take a shower before you go. But if you go there at 8 in the morning or 11, that's when they fucking open those shits. When you go there at 10, 11 in the morning, and you're there, right? All fucking day. Until when it closed, probably like 9, sometimes 4, whatever fucking time they close. And you on your feet, huddled with a bunch of, like in a sea crowd of people that it's hot. Another thing, it's hot. We can wear as much deodorant. I personally never had the problem with like smelling. And yeah, we can get off about this particular body odor. But if you're gonna be on your feet all day, probably run into stuff and all that shit, you think you're gonna smell like flowers? Like, we have, like, MegaCon alone, there's, like, 50,000 or 100,000 people that go to that bitch. Not all together, but we have a bunch of people that go there. Like, it's a few thousand people a day in MegaCon alone. And we all are huddled in a room, walking around, going to venues and all that shit. It's gonna be hot. If you ever been to a fucking concert, when those, like, few thousand people are there, and we be there all fucking day to get a good spot to see the fucking idols, and then you just smell like shit and you pray that they don't smell you. Yeah, it's like that. It's gonna smell a little bit. But most people that I know that are in the weeb community, there was a guy when I used to go to campus in college, in my old college, he smelled fucking delicious. And he was very much invested in the anime community. So I don't understand that stereotype. Again, there's gonna be 1 or 2 people, but there's a lot of people in general that are not properly learn how to like clean themselves, but it also depends on resources. But I can say a lot of people in the anime community don't have poor hygiene. It's just a common stereotype due to a group of people from that community. Now, another stereotype that I've seen a lot of people talk about from the anime community is that everyone is socially introverted. Like they are socially awkward. They're very much an introvert. They don't go outside. I kind of little bit fit in that stereotype. That's because I have very bad social anxiety. But again, that's also just me. I'm talking about personal experience and other people's experience. Yeah, I know a lot of people that are introverted, but I also know a lot of people that are extroverted that's from the anime community. It just depends on like how you were brought up and how you were raised and how you are as a person. Again, right now I have gotten comfortable talking to YouTube and looking at the camera and talking all that shit. But at the beginning, bro, it was a shit show. My first videos, I was over here like it was bad. But I got comfortable. And again, that's how I work. I'm socially very awkward when I meet someone currently right now in my job. I'm getting trained right now. I don't know people, so I'm very much not talking as much. But I know a little bit when I get comfortable, I might talk a little bit more. But that's just me. I had to open up to you and then I'd be good. So I can't say that's, but again, it's a stereotype. And I know a lot of anime people, like cosplayers in particular, they are very much socially extroverted. They talk to everyone and everything. And it's just a stereotype. Again, a lot of these stereotypes are not conclusive. Again, you can't mush up a group of people and say that's true because not everyone's like that. So for me, I kind of fit in that stereotype, but you just have to meet me and then help me open up, and then we good, we Gucci. Like my best friend, I met her, I was like so quiet, and now she's like, damn, you talk a lot. I'm like, yeah, I know. And you talk too little, bitch. Talk more. Can you do that for me, bitch? Now, one of the last stereotypes I'm going to talk about in this list of things that I talked about, I told you it's going to be a very short video, is that we have the anime community, the people in the anime community, we do not have a social life outside of anime, or we do not have a life basically outside of anime. Our whole personality is just Japan. And I would like to say that is not true whatsoever with the majority of us. Again, we have a very strong interest in anime. We can say that's part of our personality. Because again, anime plays a huge part in your life. Because for me, at least, I was growing up with anime. I started watching anime at 8, and I started listening to Mafu Mafu at 8. I found him thinking he was a fucking show, and I didn't understand what's going on. But I ended up loving his music, and I started listening to him at 8. And I started watching anime. I was watching Your Bride Was a Mermaid at 8 because I thought it was a fucking cartoon, which it's not, and I don't know why I was watching big girl titties at the fucking age of 8, and that really did shape my sexuality a lot. But again, it plays a huge part of my life, but I'm not gonna only focus primarily on fucking anime. There's a lot of things I watch and a lot of music I listen to. I like alternative songs. I like drawing. I like this and like that. It's not like, oh, if I don't talk about anime, I'm just gonna shut down and be a hollow case. Like everyone, again, depending on how deep you are into anime, like again, it plays a huge part in my life. I even have a fucking anime channel, but it's not the only thing in my life. If you guys understand, everyone talks about like, oh, you have no life outside of anime. Yeah, it plays a huge part of my life, but it's not only my life. You know what I mean? I can talk about other things. I do other things. I'm not walking around in a fucking Boku no Pico shirt saying gomen nasai to people, and then if they don't talk about anime, I would never chime in a conversation. That's just not how it works in my world. I don't know about other people. That's just not me. So that's what I'm saying. I go out to like conventions, but I have gone to like Lollapalooza and shit. I have been to other things, and I'm saying like anime is just not it's a huge part of my life, yes, but I'm not gonna say, oh, I have no life outside of anime. That's a big stereotype. Again, there's always that 1 or 2 people in the group, in the community that is like that, but not everyone. The majority of us do have a fucking life outside of anime. I feel like I just yelled at you guys. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's just like, I be thinking, cause like, there's times I'll talk to like my little brother, and he'd be saying that shit, and he likes anime too, but he's more into like music and shit, and I'm more into anime, and he's like, oh, you don't like, he'd be saying these stereotypes, and I could be getting a little bit pissed. I'm like, bro, like, what are you talking about? That's not how it works. But I feel like I just yelled at you guys. I'm so sorry. Come here, bro, come here. But yeah, that's really it for the video today. Thank you guys so much if you watched the end of this. I'm very much apologize if I think I cursed a lot in this video. I think this is like one of the few videos that I've just let loose. I don't do scripts in my videos, as you guys can clearly see. But like, this is the first time I didn't hold my tongue as much, because a lot of times I do hold my tongue, but I just started fucking cursing. I just started saying shit. So I felt like I didn't hold back as much. So I like to apologize if you guys are very sensitive into cursing, but right now I really don't give a fuck. Also, I like to apologize if I keep moving from my chair. That's just a habit of mine. Like, you know, I got my chair back. That's all that matters. Yeah, I would like to apologize if I was over here talking too much shit. Cheers. But yeah, comment down below if I missed any stereotypes. I would love to talk about that. I like to talk. You guys, I love comments, bro. I really much enjoy reading people's comments. It really makes my day. Like, I'm telling you, it really does make my fucking day. I don't give a shit about likes or subs that much because I don't want to blow up. It's not like I don't want to blow up. It's that I don't want to blow up too bad. Like, a pure example is like Markiplier. I don't want to walk around in public and get assaulted. I do want to have a normal life where I can watch my movies, or I can go to the bookstore like Books A Million, Barnes and Nobles, and buy my fucking 17 fucking yowies and peas where they ask for my ID. But have you guys heard about that, bro? Like, I know, like in America, I know in my stats and stuff like that, they say like a lot of people are like either from here or from other places. I know my #1 fan, she's from like Australia. Also, I love her, by the way. In America, at least, they passed the law here at the beginning of the year that anything over the age of like the 18 plus content from like certain websites, I can't say names because I don't want to be demonetized in YouTube. And this is a small channel, bro. This is a small channel. I'm not gonna be demonetized. But in the country, anything that is like for adults, basically, you had to get ID'd or you had to show your face. So like how you can get into those websites now, there's a law pass. It's like if you're over the age of like, I think 21 or 18 or some shit. I never touched it again. But it's like, okay, you have to prove that you're legal. You had to send a picture of your documentation, and you also had to show your face. And I'm like, I'm not having my face in the black market like that. Just so I can laugh for a little bit. Hell no. And now, recently, because I went to the bookstore the other day, because I was over here trying to get my Dangerous Convenience Store fucking volume, because I need to catch up with that, and the Titans by volume that came out like a few weeks ago. And they over here asking for my ID. And I'm over here like, bitch, what? They're like, yeah, we need to ID you now. I'm like, I come here almost every fucking week. What you mean you had to ID me? And they're like, yeah, it's a new like rule that anyone that's buying the plastic covering for the mangas or like the yaois in particular, like we had to ID you. I'm like, okay. And I awkwardly had to show my ID. And then the worst part is, for my driver's license, I got my driver's license 2 weeks before my fucking 21st birthday. So in America, again, the driver's license, if you're 16 to 21, your driver's license is vertically, so they can see that you're under the age of 21. And then when you turn 21 and shit like that, they have it like horizontally, so they can tell that you're a fucking adult. Bitch, I got my driver's license 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. So now I'm 22, and now every time I had to go, they're like, oh shit, we had to actually see I am of age. I just got my license 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. So I'm like over here just showing, and they had to just, oh my God. I had such the biggest anxiety thing. And I'm like, girl, you see me all the time here. She's like, yeah, but it's a new rule. So I'm like, okay, if there's a guy next time, I'm gonna show it confidently just to piss you guys off. And then she started laughing. But it's like, it's a new rule here in America, because politics, that's all I gotta say to that. Oh my God, it's crazy in this bitch. And I watched those websites back then just because I wanted to laugh. Because if you guys ever were to watch those particular contents, again, I didn't watch it for the pleasure of it. I watched it just to fucking laugh at the end. If you guys know what I mean. Cause the acting, and then I'm a film major. Maybe that's the thing with me. And that's the chemical imbalance in my head. Is that I just started laughing. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, I don't be watching it for like the pleasure. I'd be laughing and be like, why is she doing that? Why is she doing all that work? Why is she moving like that? Why it look like that? Why the dick look like that? That's what I'm watching it for, so I can start laughing, because I'm depressed. If you guys don't understand, I'm fucking depressed. So that's why I'm watching it. But other people watch it for different reasons. And yeah, now it's such a big issue that we had to do all this shit, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I'll just stay depressed. Fuck it, I'll stay depressed. Okay, we went off topic, so I'm gonna end the video right here, guys. Thank you so much if you watched the end of the video. My name is Celis. Once again, I talk about anime-related things, anime content, J-pop, Vocaloid, blah blah blah, all that jazz I do every video. Basically, it's a weeb channel all the way. all that. Comment down below any stereotypes that I missed, if I was going too fast with the stereotypes, or any anime I should watch. Please, I need anime recommendations to the T. So thank you guys so much if you watched to the end of the video. My name is Celis once again, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye guys!